are we going to discuss the AI team?
We should do that first. We should
start with the AI team because, like, so who played them first?
No one.
No one's played them yet.
So it will.
AI team was in place for Axel's team.
So
he joined.
The hell, no one's scheduled to play them.
Yeah, so they were instead of Axel's team. Start the match day, and then he joined after I kicked them. So
okay, so I can actually press. Oh no, they don't even have expel under their name. They've already been expelled.
No, they don't have an expel button.
Okay, so we can't make any pithy.
So these aren't even part of the league now.
No,
this is a waste of time. Okay.
So yeah, we don't need to talk about the AI.
No. I mean, there's a lot of team for 1070 now.
So loaded team for 1070.
Because we've got like what?
Yeah.
4 guards.
I mean, that agility guard player is definitely worth 90. That wide.
The zombie with, 5 skill ups.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to pick Dirty Player as your 4th skill and then follow it up with Pro.
Don't forget Kick.
Don't forget Kick. Oh, yeah, good point, yeah.
Is it just one guy with Kick? Yeah.
Yeah, there is. That's good. Okay. See, the Kick is not that bad. I mean, it's not a bad team, generally.
I wouldn't want to face them.
I'd be happy with that, apart from I'd be happy with that apart from the 2 zombies, which I'd just sack straight away, and then you'd have quite a good team.
But he's only cost 40k.
Yeah, exactly. Sack him in the second round when they start to actually count properly.
Okay, so we'll go for the first real team, Ethelred Athletic. So I'm switching over to them.
Yep.
Are we recording?
Yeah. It's quite a skinny team. There's 8 guys left until Shining Brilliance wakes up. Is he being kept or is he going?
I mean,
I'm going to keep him.
He's clearly line fodder, right? 130k of things to be hit on the line, right?
Yeah, I mean the tree obviously is a thing of legend.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get
Agility 5. The Agility 5 War Dancer can do his thing.
Yep.
Is that wrestle?
Yep. Wrestle, block, tackle, strip ball, the
wrestle and block.
Yeah, like War Dancers and the Norse players sometimes, the only people you should do that with, but it's totally legit.
It means I can
what are you going to get for his last skill?
2 red.
Sorry.
When I leap in. You still there?
Yeah. What was it? I was trying to understand. What was his last skill going to be?
If he gets there. Pro.
Disappoint me. The correct answer is Mighty Blow.
Well, if we get a double, then yeah, obviously, but
yeah.
Okay, so we've got.
I mean,
no, if I got a double, I'd probably go for guard. To be quite honest,
the correct answer is obviously leap. Oh no, sorry.
Fixed skull.
Pass block.
Actually, passport works. Passport works because he's just so absurd. But yeah, you've got
only one catcher.
Yeah, but he's a goodie. He's a goodie.
Yeah.
You do need.
He's gonna get a rookie brother before the next game.
Can I ask why have you got so much money and only 8 players?
Because Wood Elves only need 8 players to win. Maybe 4.
I don't mind having journeyman linos. To be honest.
Well, you need to spend 10k, or you'll be
Yeah, so that's a catcher, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a catcher.
Or hire a coach.
Which are. Yeah, 90 for a new catcher. So I'll get a new catcher before I gain. Yeah, that's it really. That's all I'm gonna.
Okay, well that's Ethelred's team. 2 rerolls, got a doctor, and 10 fan factor. That's going to start going down soon. I mean, even if you can go down even if you win, can't you?
No, I don't think so. I think if you win, it goes up. Oh no, if you win, it stays the same.
You roll to go up, yeah, and then right.
Yeah, if you roll on 3 dice and you get higher than your current fan factor, it goes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so the Cannoneers, Karlstad Cannoneers, who Veluopia.
Yeah. Can we just call him Veli? Because I can't say that word for some reason.
Okay.
Pretty standard. 1 killer, some guard.
5 guard, a movement agility freak catcher.
A 1 turn.
Yeah, one turner, isn't he?
1 turn catcher.
Yeah.
Especially with sidestep.
And a very specialist lineman with guard and agility 4.
Yeah. I mean, is he going to be trying to score on the lineman to get him like skills to survive?
No, he's kind of doomed because he probably should have refused the agility and just taken block on his guard piece and kind of made him. But he's just going to get targeted.
No, well, or is he going to like keep him alive, get him block, get him tackle if he needs to, and then hope for a double so he can get leap, and then you've got a like leaping guard piece. That can,
That's a terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea. Fine.
I mean,
it's a good idea, but it's just a terrible.
It's a very long-term plan.
Very long.
But it's like, why else? Why else would you take agility and guard?
There's the mighty blow, tackle, piling on, dauntless.
Yeah.
I've already slagged this off, and when we had the first pass at this.
Really?
Yeah, dauntless is for hitting big guys. Tackle is for hitting little guys.
Interesting.
If you're hitting someone who you need both those skills, you're in a funny situation in the first place.
Yeah, no big guy apart from Helios would have dodge, would they? So
no, it's just not going to happen.
No. I mean, but there's big and there's big. What about strength 4 players? What about vampires? You'd have a vampire with dodge.
Then it does hypnotise you and the other ones walk past. Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, but the point isn't to tackle to stop him dodging. The point is tackle to get someone down and then hurt them, right? So it's more a case of like when he blitzes a big guy, he's going to take them down. And when he blitzes
if only the team already had 5 guard players, then they could help with the vampires.
Yeah, true.
What would you have picked instead of dauntless?
Yeah.
Well, if you're specialising for small guy hunting, you've already got piling on a mighty blow. I guess frenzy.
Yeah, frenzy.
Because that's
he doesn't have any frenzy, but I think from playing Veli, I think he likes I don't think he'd like the lack of control. I don't think he would choose. Like he doesn't have anything with frenzy. Like you'd normally get a frenzy on like a team this developed to like control the sidelines and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'd expect at least one frenzy by now.
I don't think he's a frenzy person.
Even if you get it after sidestep /down.
I'd say Juggernaut, if not frenzy, because then you've got something to take down wrestlers and defenders and that kind of thing. Yeah.
But even so, I just feel like tackle and dauntless together.
Odd.
The team is otherwise quite balanced and quite reasonable. A couple of wrestle linemen.
I just wouldn't have refused. I know we covered it already, but I want to make my point. My point is that I would never have taken agility on the liner.
Not a naked one, no.
Praying for some good more, like on a team where you don't have any agility 4.
But
you can make him a thrower.
He's already a guard. He has a role which is going to get him targeted already.
Guard on throwers isn't that bad, because they'll be based, and then you've got the free bashing them away thing.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I mean, there's you can make too much of the whole skills that don't mesh thing, right? Where like, not every person has to be built exactly perfectly in line with being either a ball sacker or a whatever or whatever.
No,
Sometimes your ball carrying catcher should have wrestle, and it's fine.
Or some high elf throwers can have wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, that's not a good example though. Just saying.
They'll have dump off soon. I'm nearly there.
This might be a bit too private joke for anyway. Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, I also this is a league, right? So it's not like you're min maxing like to the nth degree. Like that 40 extra TV that agility is giving is it that bad? Gives you an extra player who can run around, pick the ball up.
I've got a guard dodge high elf who I can reposition at a moment's notice, and he will add that luxury to the team. He's got 3 rerolls. He can be a little bit more sloppy with them. Has he got a leader?
He's only 14 points. No, not yet. No, he's got quite a new looking thrower. I mean, he's 14 points. If you tried to score with him, it's like 4 or 5 touchdowns, a couple of passes. Not that crazy to get him block, and then maybe hope for a double for dodge if you want to be sensible.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not. It's an unexceptional team in a couple of ways. It's just the 2 points that stick out. So I'm gonna jump out and go to Kej's
High Moon Falcons,
which is basically it's the team, the version of me if I was successful. Is this how Helio would play if he was aiming for optimal? Basically? Do you know like the kind of the Gwyneth Paltrow film when he gets on the train? It's
sliding doors.
Sliding doors. He's basically he's the sliding doors version. Like the one.
He's the Blood Bowl successful one.
Yeah, but we both end up sad and alone at the end anyway. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It's this. It's a really good team, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, he has more than 8 players.
Number 3.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Sorry, number 3, AG5 Blitzer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm again, if you're gonna be picky about the whole guard and plus agi, diving tackle on something that's worth 200k is a recipe for getting stamped on.
No, only if you use it in a situation it isn't a sure thing.
Yeah, true.
If you use that diving tackle to bring them down to a 6 to dodge, then because you have to do it before the reroll.
I guess the agility 5 gives you the ability to dodge into some annoying places as well. But yeah, like pretty good killer.
I mean, I would foul him absolutely, but you probably don't get that much opportunity to do it. So
not, like only 2 doubles, right? Just 1 mighty blow and 1 guard.
Yeah, I mean,
everything else is normal.
He had a
guy. I played against James B. Hurting, and he is so annoying. It's unbelievable.
I mean, yeah, he started off with Mighty Blow and he's built on top of it, and he's been a productive player.
Obviously, he's almost level 6.
Yeah.
He's only got 11. He's got 12 players.
Discounted them.
But 1's out, so he's only got 11.
2 around.
Yeah.
2 around.
You think 2 around? Yeah. He'll sack number 16, surely.
I mean,
and he's got money as well.
Yeah, you would.
170k.
Well, he's lineman.
Yeah, he's an unskilled lineman with an injury. You're better for journeyman at this point.
And nothing on the stadium either.
I've not even been looking at stadiums actually. But also, I mean, basically, Kedge is a really solid coach. I think he's one of my least favourite ones to play against.
Okay, so I'm going to jump out of the Hyman Falcons and go to Axler, who we previously described as our probable winners. I'm not saying likely, just probable.
Makes me feel ill looking at it. I've got to face these guys first. I'm not looking forward to it.
It's just a very steady word for like this big looming team. I mean, there's a bit of craziness going on with the sidestep tackle Saurus. But no, I mean, it's completely legitimate.
Yeah.
You could have saved. Sure, he could have saved 10 TV by taking stand firm, but sidestep does offer something else. Like he can be. It's funny that this frenzy and sidestep on different players. You know, like you'd think you'd have brought those two together, but
I assume the Mighty Blow frenzy is his like main hitter type of thing.
I mean, the experience points say, yeah. I mean, he's the most developed player on the team.
Even over the skinks, who generally like
even over the
steal.
movement 9, agility 3, strength 3 skink. Yeah, like he just isn't able.
Oh, I hope he dies because.
Oh, the wrestle agility 4 stunty though, dodging into cages on a 2+.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, not just a 2+, a 2+ with a reroll, and then another 2+ with a reroll, and another 2+ with a reroll, and you can stand halfway through a cage, take out all the assists, and then, like, a Crocs with break tackle can just barge in, and, take out the ball carrier. So those two, Talbot and the Crocs of Gore.
Ooh. He's also got a Saurus with dodge and break tackle.
There's a break tackle Saurus as well.
Yeah, the one without block or wrestle. That's a interesting collection of skills, isn't it?
Right, so he's basically he's remade Bertha.
Yeah, well, one strength less, but
still a 2+ dodge half the time, and but no, but as but Crocs can really get in the cages, and
so he's loner, isn't it? That's the only problem. I mean, the ones do happen, don't they? And
you've got a bonehead one to roll, and then you've got the break tackle one to roll.
And then you got
But once you're in there, you've got the tail.
I think the break tackle on the Crocs is more about repositioning rather than cage breaking.
Yeah. Although you could use it to get that guard in there, and then.
And then jump the skinking.
Are we giving Axler? Is there a chance for giving Axler ideas about anyway?
I think it's been quite carefully engineered to cause justice. What's that injury? Is it just an MNG? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the block skinks out, which is probably
like the 3 skilled skinks. Is that a sign of he's been firing the other ones? Is 3 still a bit more than you'd kind of. Normally 2
The naming tells me they've been dying. Thaddeus only has 2 matches.
Oh yeah.
So I say they've been getting targeted as they should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Free rerolls. He's gone with the whole one cheerleader, one coach, which is statistically meant to be one of the better ways of doing it.
But
Magic Dome on the stadium.
Also, no weather.
The maths of the cheerleader and coach is if you score more than if you average games where the score's more than 2-1, it becomes worthwhile, right? So that's assuming that he has high scoring games, and I would have thought Lizards are not a high scoring team, right? Look at his results. Most of his games are. Pardon?
MA9 guy, he's a one turner, isn't he? So
yeah, true. But yeah, they're mostly
at least 2-1.
2-1's an average match here. Yeah, there's like the odd 1-0, 1-1, 2
and 2-0s.
Lots of 2-0s.
Looks like they've got a pretty good defensive rate, though. Look at that.
West. What page is the? The stats page. So yeah, 17-6. Like 17 wins, 6 losses, 4 draws. Yeah, it's a very threatening team. I had to face 2 seasons in a row, and it's not something I care to repeat.
I've not played him yet. Or here.
So quickly over to the Skaven team, the Rasputins of Guma.
Yeah.
The current champions.
First thing I immediately noticed, no big guy.
Yeah, he had a rat ogre a couple of seasons ago, so I assume he died. Or the storm vermin once they get claw or mighty blow piling on.
So 2 strength 3 gutter runners.
Yeah,
one of them
he's had them for ages.
Is agility 5, and one of them has horns, making him able to blitz strength 4.
The one who's got horns now, I think it's really good. But I did when I played them before. Like they both had this is the whole building players over time thing. Where when I first met a gutter runner with strength 3, I don't think it was very frightening.
He's got the claw, piling on, mighty blow, block, storm vermin.
Yeah.
Which is basically the perfect killer. Unfortunately, his name seems to have a typo in it, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
What? Because it's RATD?
Yeah, it's that can't be right, can it?
Maybe that means something.
I have to look it up.
I think it's meant to be Rackham the Red, who's a pirate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like straps various.
You've got your basic mighty blow guard, tackle, storm vermin. He's kind of fulfilling a few roles because the other guy's such a killer that he's going to pick them.
The mighty blow tackle for killing stunties and the other one for killing AV 8 and higher.
Yeah. Other than that,
for piling on, what's your strategy? Always use it?
No, definitely not.
You can actually
on a stun or what? What would you do?
Use on a stun when the +1 from mighty blow hasn't been used.
I'd actually avoid using it in a KO because you could accidentally turn it into a stun.
I would use it in a KO because you've done what it's for, which is to get rid of a player. So that's fine.
Except unless it's turn 8 or 16.
Yeah, then you're aiming to injure.
And then you consider it just for the SPP, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like if the +1 from the mighty, if you hit someone and you needed to use the mighty blow to break the armor and they're stunned, I generally think you shouldn't pile on. I say that, but then I quite often do pile on just because you get excited. You press the pile on.
I mean, the rest of the team isn't a lot to talk about. It's a kick lineman, which good, and there's a guy with a niggle, and that's your lot.
Yeah. Those gutters are fantastic, especially the AG5 one and the horns. I mean, that's safety.
Yeah, the movement 10 one almost falls into the background with the others being so absurd.
And you got to remember for this division as well, they have the second lowest TV of any of the teams, right?
Sounds right.
So they'll be getting wizards against Ethel, Velo.
No, Kej's team is lower. You're full of loners, so you'll be higher. So second lowest.
Yeah, after Kej. So he'll be getting wizards against everyone, and a rat team with wizards is a frightening prospect.
Because you need that cage, but you can't cage. So I'm going to check out Cyberpunk Dreams' Mother Pluckers.
Yep.
It's a quite goblin heavy team with 3 of them.
I mean, it's a big team. 15 players.
I mean, 3 of them don't count. No big guy.
What? No big guy? What? Who has 3 goblins and no big guy?
Fowlers.
Cyberpunk Dreams does.
Wow.
That is an individual who does that, yes. He's got a
Really?
wrestle goblin, he's got a sidestep goblin, and he's got a novice goblin.
I mean, the wrestle's awesome.
There's 2 push strength guys. One guy's been turned into a Black Hawk by an injury. There's very, very little guard. This team is going to get pushed around by anyone with more guard.
And a blitzer with a niggle and strip ball. It's interesting hodgepodge.
I mean,
I suppose there's no troll. What's that? What's the symbol on number 5? Grab?
grab. Let's grab that one.
Yeah. But the blitzer and the Black Hawk have leveled up. I mean, there's no mighty blow either, right?
I mean, both of those
pretty
could be
odd.
mighty blow this turn, so
Yeah.
there's room for that. I think you're probably better off going with guard, because the difference
Well,
between 2 guard and 4 guard is is such a big difference.
I want some mighty blow though, right? No? Just on
At
a
least one.
It
on a
is
blitzer.
important on a slower team, I suppose.
so they can blitz. That's the name comes from that, doesn't it? No.
Yeah, number 4 you'd expect to get Mighty Blow next, surely.
And have the
Yeah.
Black Hawk be a guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that.
Well, I mean, what's odd as well? He's got 200k in the bank and 4 re-rolls.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, to me, this team says 3 re-rolls to me. He does want 4. Has he got a thrower? I mean, you could always get leader.
It's got 1.
He's got a thrower with the strength and the dodge.
Yeah. Or off getting the
He needs
his
to
next
get-
skill up. So.
Yeah, 2 more experience points on that thrower, and he can get him some block.
Yeah, I'd go for block first, but then you've got another 20 points before he gets to. He's probably the main ball carrier, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, with strength 4 and dodge,
Yeah.
and the ability to remove and to pass on the ball to someone else if he needs be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cyber, if you're listening, buy a troll. It's a re-roll. It's
Maybe
a
less
goblin.
players. And
I mean, orcs can be a silly team, but goblins are not by themselves silly players.
no,
They can get in. They can with stunted. They can take away tackle zones. They can, dodge into bad situations and just eat assists where no one else could.
and trolls are a bit of a liability. And in this league, so what? All those extra players are basically fouling fodder, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not a bad tactic.
especially
Get
against
people on the floor.
the AV7
All
guys.
of these teams have loads of players who are like 200 points and more, right? So you could easily,
justify fouling with her. I mean, wrestle is the ultimate fouling skill, because wrestle gets that blodge guy on the floor. Sure, he doesn't hurt him, but it gets him on the floor when nothing else would. And
I assume the wrestle goblin's more of a stunty into cage and 2 dice wrestle ball carrier.
to be fair, as long as you've got a couple of guards, he can still keep doing things.
Mm-mm.
And catches, catches typically strength too, unless you're in a good team like High Elves or. So all the strength 2 catches are still a goblin fodder. I know a lot of them there'll be ball carriers too, where wrestle would.
Looking at the history of his wins, his recent history has been a lot of one extreme or another, either 2-0 or 3-0, but in both directions.
It either does
Sometimes
well,
wins
it
3-0.
falls apart. I mean, look,
Yeah.
it's 8 wins, 3 draws, 7 losses. He doesn't do draws. He commits.
Wow, that's. The team's not been around for very long as well compared to the other teams. I think that's the.
The fairly late joiner, but
But he's risen up, and if he can hold his way up here,
It's pretty quick
yeah.
I think he won the BB1.
compared to Ethel's 39 games played.
Dear me. Yeah, I mean, Orcs will just continue with the AV9. Will just continue to grow and grow and grow. So if we come back in, at the end of this season, we probably might not even recognise this team because a few level ups here and there, and it'll change the texture of his team entirely. Okay, so I'll go to. Well, that was it. That was it. Last because it's only the AI left. So
we've
Full
already
house.
had the one game of the first day played.
Yep.
And
so
that was a draw between the Rats and the High Moon Falcons.
I mean, a low scoring draw too, which is not what I expect with Rats. I expect them to do
all High Elves, frankly.
Yeah, I
They
expect.
must have cancelled each other out, I guess. I didn't see the game, but yeah, looks like.
Yeah, so nothing much to talk about making real observations in the sort of long term, but
No.
yeah, but it'd be interesting to see how things develop. And
So you guys think that the best that Axler is the best team combined with coach, or just like you like the team makeup? Is it that you find his team foreboding?
I find his team foreboding, but then I don't know. I don't think I've played Guma very much, so I don't know what he plays like. But I've played Axler quite a lot, and I know he's a really steady coach.
Yes, he is the turtle. He is the not the bunny.
I've not played Cyberpunk Dreams, but the other 5 I would say are all pretty good coaches. You know,
Cyberpunk Dreams is probably one of the
except Ethelred as well. Obviously, Ethered's all rubbish. You know.
Cheers.
Cyberpunk Dreams knows when to foul, and he's taken a team which allows him to do it a lot more freely. And I think with him there'll be a lot more injuries in the season. But Axe is a bruiser without having to try. Like the thing is, he doesn't need to adjust. He almost can't adjust. He's set his team up in such a way that it's very classic. It's very standard. And there's no team on here which denies him that strategy. Like if there'd been
I don't know. Like he's only got one tackle player, and against both the Woodies and the High Elves, and to a certain degree the Rats. There's a lot of dodgy teams out there.
And he may. I'm not saying he's not going to get a clean sheet. I'm not saying it's going to be that way. But I'm just saying that for the tidiness and the kind of the eventuality of the team is just the Orcs aren't ready yet. The Rats are in a bit of a wobbly place. The human team is a bit bloated. Is that what was the main takeaway? Oh no, it's just not there yet. It's not got any kind of edge to it yet. It's built up, but there's no stars that are really kind of, even with the agility for catcher.
No, I think we should. We should mention that Veli's won the league as well.
Oh yeah. No, it's a good team. It's a good team, but it doesn't. There's nothing that jumps out and gives it an obvious answer to you.
Okay, so if you have to choose a winner for the league, who would you choose? I'm willing to go first. I'm going to pick Kedge because
you have to give a reason.
I think he's a really strong coach more than anything else, and I think the team is good, and it's like it's right. Like it doesn't need to be any bigger. It's not going to fall apart. It's not too high a TV either. Like he might actually get some inducements against some of the other teams, But mostly it's because I think he's I think the combination of that team with that coach is really good. And because I had to pick someone, so I might as well pick him.
Because it's not Swiss, because it is round robin. Mm-hmm. I think if Cyberpunk Dreams gets a couple of the more squishy teams in a row early on, because he has it doesn't even say who he has first. Okay.
That's what
Motherfuckers. He faces the other humans. Yeah. If it trends towards him getting for the High Elves, and we say, well, okay, look at the days. Because it is actually he
gets Rats on day 3, and the Woodies on day 4.
Oh, so he goes like High Elves, Rats. Okay, so yeah, he's actually got quite a gentle pathway here. He's going to be able to get into position where he can have those extra skills that when he does come up to the bruisers, the Orcs and the he can sort of be in a better position. So I think Cyberpunk Dreams has a clear line of progression. He still has to keep growing that team. He has to sort of break 2000 TV, and if he can do that this season, if he can get those like 4, 5, 6 extra skills, he will start to snowball.
But you're saying, do you think he'll win this season?
If his team grows, if his team can grow and get the extra skills to keep him in front of the train, which is Axler, and
I disagree with you here. I don't think he's got the skills. I don't think the team's built right to cause that much damage. I mean, even if
not damage, just to survive and keep growing and thriving.
I'd say next season will be like when his team is that kind of level of, everyone's got Mighty Blow, there's loads of guard, he's on 200 TV, and there's like the biggest killers is like the one claw blitzer in Skaven,
which could die in one game. So when you're relying on one player like that, it can all just.
There's basically like 3 killers in the whole league, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Ethelred's got no one with Mighty Blow. Oh, except for the tree, I guess. Does the tree count as a killer for you?
Only if it has piling on.
Only if it has piling on. So basically, you've got the human blitzer with Mighty Blow piling on, and you've got the Skaven blitzer with Mighty Blow piling on. That's it.
Yeah, so it's quite a gentle, cuddly. I mean, a chainsaw's going to make a difference.
There's no dirty player either, is there? Even in the supposed fouling loving.
Yeah.
I mean, no, who picks sneaky anyway? But yeah.
They're not one in the human team.
Oh yeah, no, there is. He might even have 2. Wait a second.
2 dirty players? That's.
No, there's not actually.
No, he's not. No.
He definitely used to be. Maybe he died.
Definitely had one. Yeah, he must have died. Broke his toe on someone.
Elf's head.
Yeah.
So I can't agree with you, Helio, with the Orcs. The Orcs are not going to win. I'd be very surprised if they did. I just think if the 2 teams get the claw working, and with the backup with those gutters, I think they can beat every team here.
They will have the most touchdowns. I completely believe they'll have the most touchdowns. I think they'll be clustered. I think they'll have incredibly good games, and then if they lose a few players, it could just all come grinding to a halt.
But the whole point is that we've just been talking about how there aren't any killers.
Yeah, no,
this is clearly a great environment for.
Oh yeah, no, it is almost. It does seem almost ideal for them to keep growing. Just the linemen, I just seem like they could hold the team back so much.
Yeah, I like his linemen because they haven't got any skills. I mean, that's what you want, really, because he's got so developed vermin and gutters that you want the linemen to have no skills. I mean, he's got one perfect with kick, and that's what you need.
Yeah.
So skills on those rhinos is going to be bloat.
It's bloat, yeah.
So really, all you want skills on is the storm.
You've got one turner, so even if the other team does score, as long as you get one more go, then.
I mean, you say that, but he drew his first game, which is like not a good start.
I suppose.
I mean, the dice can be cruel, so
yeah.
I mean, he could walk away with it. It's just he's depending on the dice the whole way through to not screw him over and.
That's what we're all doing.
Are those the choices then? I'm going for the. No, we're marking. It's recorded.
My Cyberpunk Dreams is very conditional. If the team grows. No, I'm saying purely. It depends on if a team doesn't have. It has 2 bad matches at the beginning.
All 5 games or not. If they do win all 5, then yeah, there will be champs. If they don't, then I'm not.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even mean wins. I just mean in terms of accruing experience points and getting touchdowns. Even if
you're talking about the moral victory of surviving.
The growth of the team. If they can get, even if it's draws in the beginning, if they can get the growth, then they'll be one of the top 3. If they can't,
No, I reckon they'll be growing to the point where they'll be good next season.
So really, what they want to...
I think they've not come up too early. This is probably like, if you actually like, do you think this is safer or is Rock safer? Because is this a nice quiet place to be away from all the?
This is a bit Care Bear. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you've got Chaos, Nurgle, Khemri, Dwarves, more Necros.
And what's unfortunate about the Swiss format is you end up with a slush pit at the bottom with all the murder teams and all the broken teams, because the murder teams don't win the games. The murder teams just murder players and grow until they get to like 2,500 TV, and then they start winning the games, and then they go in the champs. But no one's here yet. Like,
no.
The beasts haven't arrived, apart from maybe if you count Axler. It's like kind of the early generation of the beast teams.
Because that's what happens with lizards, isn't it? They start off well and then get overtaken by the Chaos and Nurgles.
They get the claw finish them off, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
unless you just go 11 skinks.
Yeah, well, if you did that in the champs and you won, then yeah, I think I'll never play again.
Okay, so you heard it here first. If Axler wins with only skinks, Ethelred never plays again.
I'll take my ball. I'm going home, and yeah,
have a little cry.
Yeah. Well, it's top three.
Who are the top three or what?
Stay up to season 15. So I think I'll go first this time. I think Rats will win. Axler second, Kedge third.
Are you just not including yourself for being polite reasons?
I don't think my boys have got it. We're too few. I've survived in the past on elf bollocks, and I just can't. I can't see my team getting away with it.
Do you think it's like one season in Rock, regroup, get the money, buy some more players, go back up, or are you still happy with the lowness?
If these guys go down, then that's it. I'll re-roll, to be honest.
Right. Okay. I think we need to watch Veli. I think the team's solid, so I think if he's, I'd say he's a definite top three because he's steady with Axler, but I just don't know. I don't know about the Rats, so I can call 2 and 3, but I don't know about number 1. Like, yeah, the Rats will either win it or they'll be at the bottom. They're not going to be 2 or 3. It's just because they'll implode and have a few gutters die, and then they'll start with fresh gutters and. Yeah, I've always been very phobic of Skaven teams, like, you know, as a coach. So something to get over for me, maybe.
Well, as a Rat coach, I think the Rat Sweetens team is really well made. But I'm going to go for Kedge being the top, then Veli. Then I think your fear of Axler's team is. I wouldn't want to play them, but I don't see them like coming out on top in this group of teams. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like on an individual game basis, no, thank you. But in a league format, I'd probably go for between the Skaven and the Woodies as third. I can't, maybe even higher.
Well, if Axel is sent down, I'm hoping to be promoted. So.
Well, I'm hoping to be promoted as well. Whoever's sent down.
No, specifically.
I see. Yeah.
I'm still a few seasons away from done with my development, so.
Yeah. Although I thought you were talking about giving up last season, weren't you?
I only to start vampires because I have a passion for them, because they are absurd.
It's the point. So it's going to be interesting next season when we. So at the moment. Paper is almost entirely new, like the LE teams. Like there's a Skaven. So we're going to talk about the other divisions as well. Have interest.
I mean, what I'll do is I'll draw a line in this. I'll post this up, and then we'll. But
it does kind of follows. They or are you getting tired?
Oh no, I just wanted to hit. I want to hit stop and then go because otherwise it's hard to pass and split up. So I'm just gonna. I can always put them right next to each other. So
there's a lot of teams in Paper.
So I'll hit stop now, and we'll just cut this last bit off, and then.
Yeah.